All right, we're starting off with a 3-pound bag of our shredded hash browns in our crock pot. Perfect. Next, I'm coming in with my 2 pounds of cooked ground beef. This is gonna be such an easy and delicious dinner. Okay, let's go ahead and get all of that beef in there. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. Next, I'm coming in with 2 cans of our cheddar cheese soup. And we're just gonna put both of those cans right on top of our ground beef. Don't worry, we will give this a good mix. Get all of that cheese out. Yum-y. Next, I have here some taco seasoning mix. I'm using the 25% less sodium because there's enough sodium in that cheese soup, but we are using this whole packet of taco seasoning, and I'm putting it directly in my crock pot instead of just seasoning my meat because I want the entire dish to be seasoned with this, not just the meat. Now I'm gonna come in with my minced garlic. You can use fresh garlic if you like, but I just hate cutting up garlic, and we are gonna add 2 tablespoons of garlic right into our crock pot. It doesn't need to be exact, just add as much as you like. Now, before we give this a mix, I am gonna add some Mexican shredded cheese. I'm only gonna add about half of the bag for now, and then we're gonna save the rest for on top. Perfect. And you can use whatever cheese you like. So if you don't like the Mexican, you can use a Colby Jack, a cheddar, whatever you like. And now we are gonna mix everything together so that it all gets evenly distributed. Oh my goodness, this is gonna taste amazing. All these flavors just go so nicely together, and it just makes, you know, such an easy dinner in your crock pot. You can just set it and forget it. You can also use this same exact recipe for a 13 by 9 and put it in the oven, whatever works for you. I personally love doing this in the crock pot, but let's go ahead and get this fully mixed together. That taco seasoning, the ground beef, the cheddar cheese, the Mexican cheese, and that garlic. We don't want a big bite of just garlic for any of our guests. Goodness, that looks perfectly mixed. Let's just kind of flatten it out just a little bit so we can do a nice cheese crust on top. Oh, it smells really good too, that taco seasoning and that garlic. Okay, just come right back in with our Mexican cheese and put it right on top. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be cheesy, meaty, and delicious. Serve it with a salad for the perfect dinner. Okay, that is it, you guys. So easy, just a few ingredients. Kind of affordable. We're gonna pop this on high and let it cook. All right, so we're starting off with a couple of our pork chops right inside our crock pot for this super easy and delicious dinner. Now I'm coming in with 1.5 pounds of sliced mushrooms that we're gonna put right on top of our pork chops. Oh, make sure you get all of those out. Yummy. This is gonna be so good, you guys. Now I'm coming in with some sliced onion. This was 1.5 white onion that I sliced up. Oh, those onions are so potent and so delicious. Go ahead and get that spread out just as well. Yummy. Now I'm coming in with the cream of mushroom with roasted garlic. This is my favorite cream of mushroom. And we are just gonna get that whole thing right in there. We'll grab our spatula to make sure we get all of that out. Don't want any of it to go to waste. I always clean out my cans. If I don't show you on camera, I do it off camera. Perfect. Now we're adding a can of cream of chicken, and this is the unsalted because sometimes I feel like these have way too much sodium in them. Oh, this one's gonna need some help. Okay, right in there. Get all of it out. Okay, this is coming together beautifully. All my favorite things in one little crock pot. Now, if you don't like pork, you could also do chicken with this, but I think pork chops are just gonna be so good for this recipe. All right, now I'm coming in with some minced garlic, and I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of minced garlic right in there. That's a lot of pork chops, so we need a lot of flavor. Now I'm not gonna add any additional salt, but I am gonna add some pepper to this. And it might seem like I'm adding a lot, but I want a lot of flavor, okay? This is a big crock pot, so it needs a lot of seasoning. It might look like I'm over seasoning, but I'm not, I promise you.
This looks great.
Okay, last seasoning we're gonna do is some paprika. And you can season this however you like. I just think that all these flavors go together so beautifully, so that's why I'm choosing them. All right, delicious. Now the last thing we're gonna add to this is 1 can of beef broth. And I also did the lower sodium for the beef broth. Just, you know, make healthier choices. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna just give this a nice little toss, not touching those pork chops, just touching the onions, the mushrooms, and those cream soups, those condensed soups that we have in there. And we're just gonna make sure everything gets well combined, because these are gonna be the most delicious, the most flavorful smothered pork chops. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you guys, but I love a good smothered pork chop.
It smells delicious.
Oh yeah, okay. That is mixed well enough. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my crock pot lid, and then we are gonna pop this on high to let it cook. All right, we are starting off with 24 ounces of our frozen mixed vegetables. And this is all in my crock pot. Beautiful. Now I'm coming in with 3 pounds of cooked ground beef. Gotta make sure it's fully cooked. Delicious. This is gonna be such an easy and tasty crock pot dinner that everyone will love. All right, the next thing we're gonna come in with is our diced onions. These are just some yellow onions, and we're gonna use this whole half cup of onions right into our crock pot. Oh yeah. Okay, now I'm coming in with my cream of mushroom. I'm using the family size, and we're gonna put this whole thing right in there. Get it, all of it out. I do have a spatula that might help me a little bit. But if you don't like cream of mushroom, you can use whatever cream soup you like. I don't think cream of chicken will meld well with the beef, but they have like a cream of celery, a cream of bacon.
Cream of potato.
Cream of potato would actually be probably the best alternative for this one. But I personally like the cream of mushroom. Okay, now to add to that flavor, we're only gonna add 1 seasoning, and that is the onion seasoning. And they do have a low sodium onion seasoning, so if you're worried about sodium, you can swap this out for the low sodium. And we are gonna go ahead and sprinkle 1 whole package of our onion seasoning in there. That's a lot of flavor and seasoning, so 1 package is perfect for this recipe. Last but not least, I have my Worcestershire sauce, or however you say it. And we're gonna add a few tablespoons of this into there. You guys know I don't like to measure. I measure with my heart, and you guys should too. Beautiful. Once you can smell that Worcestershire sauce, that's how you know there's enough in there. Okay, we're gonna bring back our spatula, and we're gonna start mixing everything together.
Whoa, this is looking delicious.
Yeah, this is gonna be so good, so easy. And since the meat is already cooked, it's only gonna be in the crock pot for a short amount of time compared to other crock pot recipes. But let's go ahead and flatten out our beef and cream of mushroom mixture, just like so that it is ready for when the next step comes. But for now, we're gonna put our lid on and place this on high. All right, it's been 2 hours on high. Let's go ahead and check this out. Ooh, it is looking steamy and delicious. It smells incredible. So now we're gonna go ahead and add a layer of our medium cheddar cheese right on top of this entire crock pot. I think the whole bag should be just enough. Go ahead and kind of just use your hands to spread it the best you can, but don't burn yourself. That looks good enough. Now we are making a shepherd's pie, so the one thing that's missing is our mashed potatoes. And I'm just using the Bob Evans, but you can use homemade mashed potatoes if that's your style, but you guys know I pick convenience over everything. Okay, now I'm gonna grab my ice cream scooper because this will help me get even amounts of mashed potatoes right on top of our crock pot shepherd's pie. The recipe calls for a family size, but I couldn't find the family size, so I just got 2 regular sizes. But I don't think I need to use the whole second container. Okay. Get a few more scoops in there, and then we're gonna spread it out so that it is just a top layer in our crock pot. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our spatula and get it from edge to edge. I remember my mom making me shepherd's pie as a kid, and I loved it so much. I just wanted to try this recipe out in the crock pot because it is gonna make it super easy and delicious.
Look at how velvety smooth those mashed potatoes are.
Oh yeah, that's why I love the Bob Evans.
Someone called Bob Evans. He's doing it.
I don't know why anyone would hate Bob Evans mashed potatoes. They are literally delicious and so convenient. Okay, so we do want to let that cheese melt and our mashed potatoes heat up. So we're gonna keep this on high for about 1 more hour. Okay, we're starting off with 2 family-size packs of potatoes. Now I'm coming in with my cheddar cheese Campbell's soup, and we are gonna use that whole can right in our crock pot with our potatoes. This is gonna be such an easy and delicious crock pot dish. Okay, make sure we get all of that out. So that was 1 can, and we are gonna do 2 cans of this delicious cheddar soup. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. This is gonna be so easy and so delicious. Now, you could use some fresh potatoes if you'd like, but this is gonna be quick, easy, and affordable. Okay, now what goes great with cheese and potatoes? Some ham, and I have this cubed ham that I'm gonna go ahead and just plop right in there with our cheese and potatoes. And just like everything else, we're gonna do 2 packages. So you could cut this recipe in half and just do 1 package of everything if you'd like, but I have a big crock pot and I am trying to fill her up. Now to get a little bit of veggies in here, I'm gonna add my frozen baby gold and white corn. You can use canned corn if you'd like, but I think fresh tastes a little bit better. And we're gonna use this whole bag of baby corn. Let's see what size this is. This is 14 ounces of frozen corn. Yummy. Now I'm gonna come in with my vitamin D milk. Now you gotta have some liquids in this so that those potatoes will soften up and get exactly how we want. And we're gonna use this whole quart of milk. Beautiful. Okay. Now, before we continue on, I'm gonna grab a spatula and kind of just toss everything so that it's more evenly distributed. That cheese gets on the potatoes, the corn, and the hams. The milk is nice and blended with everything else. We will give it a final mix once it's cooked too, so don't stress too much if it's not perfectly blended. Okay, it is time to add the good stuff. I'm coming in with 1 stick of salted butter, because of course your potatoes need butter. Now I'm gonna come in with my onion butter seasoning. This stuff is incredible. It is like onion powder, but 10 times better.
Where can you find that?
Oh, any local grocery store will have it, just with all the seasoning. It is the best. Now you can season this to your liking. If you want to do some ranch seasoning, you can do that. But you guys know I love my onion and I love my garlic. So we're gonna go ahead and get some garlic in here. And that butter's just gonna melt beautifully with everything. Now I'm gonna add some black pepper. Get that right in there. Beautiful. Last but not least, I'm gonna add a little bit of sea salt because I like a little salty potato. And that is it, you guys. Let's go ahead and grab our lid and we are gonna pop this on high and let this cook. It's gonna be so good. All right, you guys, it's been 2 hours on high. We're gonna go ahead and turn this off and let's check it out. Oh my goodness. It smells incredible. You can definitely smell that garlic. Okay, before we start to dig in, I'm just gonna top this off with some green onion. This is optional. Just I feel like it complements all the flavors just beautifully. Perfect. And now it is time to serve this up. I wish I had some sour cream to eat with this, but fortunately we're all out. But that's not gonna stop me. Oh my goodness. It's perfectly cooked. Now these are gonna be soft potatoes, not crunchy. So keep that in mind when you make this recipe. Oh my goodness, look at all of that flavor. Ooh, Flavor Town, right? That is really good, you guys. You gotta try it. All right, you guys, it has been 3 hours on high. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off and let's check it out.
Whoa.
Oh my, it smells incredible, you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and get some of those pork chops out. Give this like a quick little mix. Oh
It's so
my.
creamy and delicious.
Smothered pork chops, you guys. Oh. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, and of course we have to get a spoon that we can get more of that gravy on top, more of the onions, the mushroom, because it wouldn't be smothered unless it was smothered, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, it's time to give this a try. Oh, it's cooked so perfectly.
Is it falling apart?
Yeah.
It's the best.
Okay. Just get a nice small piece for now. Because it's super hot. Don't want to eat too much and burn my mouth. That is really good. I might have put a little too much pepper, but it's still delicious. All right, so that 1 hour has come and gone. We're gonna go ahead and pop this on warm and check it out. Ooh!
Ooh, nice and steamy.
It smells incredible, you guys. It started bubbling over. That's how you know it is ready. Let's go ahead and dig into our crock pot shepherd's pie. My, that looks incredible!
It looks so good.
Oh, the perfect shepherd's pie. Oh, I cannot wait to eat this.
Is it good?
So good, you guys. You've got to try it. All right, you guys, it's been 3 hours on high. We're gonna go ahead and pop it on warm. I did mix it halfway, so make sure to do that as well.
Oh, wow.
Okay, it's time to give it another mix. Oh my goodness, look how creamy and delicious these potatoes look. Oh, and you know what? You could add the seasoning that the potatoes come with, but you know what? I like my own seasoning, so that's what I stuck with. But these just look like they're perfectly cooked and they're super flavorful. And remember, we had that butter, it completely melted. I pretty much mixed it once I saw that the butter was melted and then set it for another hour. So let's go ahead and give these a try. Okay, we got the corn, the ham. Ooh, I need a bigger spoon.
Portion control.
This looks so good. You could eat it as a breakfast, you could eat it as a dinner, you could eat it as a side dish, whatever you want.